What is up, YouTube? It is Mr. Ferguson back once again here in Central North Carolina. Thank you so much. We have a ton of stuff we need to talk about and we need to do today. But before we do all of that, I just want to tell you, whoever you are out there, Jesus loves you and he wants to have a relationship with you. Choose the Lord. Today, guys, let me get this. I'm wrapping up. I've had the hose in the yard from watering from the lack of rain. Here in North Carolina, many will tell you, we have had no rain in several weeks. I saw some, sorry I'm off camera right now, but I saw rain out into the Triad area, which is Greensboro, Winston-Salem area last night. But we've not had rain here in many weeks. The ground is dry. The golf course is ridiculous. You can almost hit 2 clubs lower the same distance as you normally do when we have moisture on the ground. So we've got a lot to do. We've been watering. The first thing, well, let me give you the agenda of the video, the plan. The plan is we have rain coming in. It's likely going to come tonight, and according to multiple weather forecasts, it's going to be here for the next several days of rain, which is a big hallelujah, praise God. I hope that is true this go around. We've got several things that we want to accomplish before this rain comes tonight. Number one, as much as I hate to have to do it, I think it's the wise thing to do. Behind me, as you can see, I'm going to have to just take the time here momentarily, even though it's 8 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning, and just get rid of all these leaves and go ahead and blow them. It's really only in the back section of the lawn. I may start by raking because it is early in the morning. I don't want to be that neighbor, you know, first thing in the morning. Yes, blowing it would be better, but I think the smart thing to do is go ahead and let's get all the leaves off the lawn. Once we get all the leaves off, number 2 job is I want to go ahead and do the spray. What we're going to do in the spray is what I mentioned to you guys previously, propiconazole. You can get this. I'm continuing on every single video I'm releasing here for the next, you know, for the fall season. Basically, it's all my overseeding stuff. This was one that I thought I was going to put down. I never got around to it. Being it's been so dry, it's not been a big deal, but this is propiconazole. This is an off brand called Gunner. You may find some cheaper on Amazon, but I link the cheapest that I find. So you can go into the description. I always buy this in a gallon because it will be used at some point. But this is propiconazole. This is a fungicide. We're supposed to have 5 days of rain. It's very dry now, but multiple days and nights of rain with warmer soil temps. I'm going to be cautious. I'm going to put down propiconazole this morning. Technically, we would want to water that in. I am not going to run my sprinkler. I've been running my sprinkler so much, I just don't have the funds, man. If I can save a little bit, I'm sorry, I'm not going to water it in, and I hope that don't cost me, but I'm not going to do that. In addition to the propiconazole, every single time this year, I was thinking about this. This is Moisture Max from Yard Mastery, and every single time we have put this down, we've never needed it. So I'm hoping it will be a good luck charm yet again. And Moisture Max has seaweed in it, as well as basically RGS mixed with a wetting agent. Turf applied a rate of 6 ounces per 1,000, a minimum of 1 gallon, you know, every 6 weeks. It's been a while since we put this down, but with the we don't know. We may have these 5 days of rain and have another dry spell. The heat shouldn't be there, but if it don't rain, this will help at least for a little while retain that moisture in the soil. So I'm going to put Moisture Max because, once again, whether you believe in this product or not, I have it. I've already used half of it, and I'm going to use more of it today, likely almost finish off this bottle. Then, as you guys see over here, as I told you, I had ordered another 10 pounds of GCI turf type tall fescue. It's 10 pounds. It's also, I never showed the label on the previous overseeding video we did, but you can see right here, if it shows up on camera, the cultivars for this GCI turf blend are Firecracker GLS, Avenger 3 tall fescue, and Titanium GLS. And if I'm not mistaken, the LS is laterally spreading. So that's your 2 laterally spreading, the Titanium and the Firecracker, 34 and 32%. And Avenger tall fescue is mixed in there. It is not laterally spreading. Other crop seeds, 0. Weed seeds, 0. 10-pound bag, checked on 9/25, test date, literally this month. So This is my favorite seed. It is awesome. It looks great. Works well in the sun. Does okay in the shade, but very good in sunny areas. So we're going to apply some of that. My plan for that is I'm basically going to put it in my Earthway spreader. I'm going to go in each section and look, where am I really thin here? And I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to spread some of the seed and turn it off, and just try to lay down seed in all the areas that have not come up thick and nice looking, or maybe through all the heat we've had has kind of died out a little bit. So I'm just going to relay some seed before all this rain and weather comes in. Then after we lay our dry seed everywhere, well, maybe not everywhere, and I may reverse the order of this. I did spray this. This is our pre-germinated seed. I don't see anything popping out of the bag, and I have done what I told you guys. I soaked it for 3 good days. I actually moved untied the knot and gave it a little more space to move around in this bag. But this is our pre-germinated, roughly 3 to 4 pounds of the same thing, GCI Turf Type Tall Fescue. It is moist. It is, I sprayed it this morning, and it's going to be setting. This is why we're going to do it last. It's still moist and kind of wet, but it'll be setting out here to dry a little bit. And then I will look at the really, like, this may be one of the candidates. I don't know exactly where I want to put the pre-germinated seed. I don't... Mainly the area is going to be up on the left behind the mailbox. I think that's one of the worst looking areas. As I told you guys, I couldn't get the aerator back there due to the wetness, due to the pipe or the sewer clean out, and just, it was difficult. So that area didn't get punched with the quart aerator. So I'm going to have to take a rake there, and probably the garden weasel mess that up a little bit. And in all these areas where I put the pre-germinated, I'm definitely going to take the garden weasel and try to put some soil with that seed. So when this rain comes, hopefully it will stay in place, number one, and hopefully after day 1 of natural rain, this seed will pop. And I think it's like really close. I don't see grass emerging, but that's fine. I think it's really, really close. So that is my goal. So accomplishing all these things that we just spoke about, then I can sit inside the house for 5 days if I'm unable to play golf and sip on my multi-pack of Monster and say, I accomplished everything I needed to. The rain is now doing the work. It's in the Lord's hands. And by the time the rain clears out and the temperatures are lower, man, we're going to have an even better looking lawn. So again, just to quickly reemphasize, this is why I would challenge you guys, don't jump into pre-emergent so quickly. Get your lawn right with the seed before you jump into pre-emergent. Now think about it, we've already overseeded, but we're putting down more seed. So now we have to back up our timeline to the seed we're putting down now. If you go ahead and put down diamine too early, you know, like 3 days out, you're like, well, I'm going to go ahead and put it down so the rain can water it in on top of the seed. Well, that's ridiculous. All the seed you just put down is just a waste of money. Give this seed time to come up, mow it a couple times. Our clock restarts, right? If you're really trying to do pre-emergent, I would challenge you, just thicken your lawn is going to be a natural way to choke out weeds rather than fall pre-emergent and overseeding. It's either one or the other, in my opinion. If I was going to do fall pre-emergent, I would have done it right about now and really take care of the lawn, fertilize it, and let my natural grass come up. When we're doing overseeding, that's my true focus. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So I also briefly want to mention to you guys something else, and it's what's in my ear right here. I for the first time ever, I've purchased the AirPod Pro 3s. This is the newest ones that just came out like 2 weeks ago. Highly, highly, highly impressed with these AirPod Pros, man. Especially working outside with all the noises and everything. The noise cancellation is almost scary. It works so well. They've changed, from what I understand, they've changed the shape of this thing, that it looks a whole lot better. It fits fine in my ear. I like the squishiness of this. Me and my wife went for a walk, and I was able to go to the fitness app, hit workout, walk. It tracks your heart rate. It tells you how far you've went. You can play music with it. It's, yeah, telling you what your heartbeat is. The music sounds incredible, way better than the El Cheapos. I've had 3 El Cheapo pairs. I've been like most people. I'll buy the El Cheapos. I'm not paying over $200 for a set of earbuds. And man, I finally, they've all done the same thing. They won't charge after a while. When the tip of the earbud goes into the case with the El Cheapos, they quit charging. And I'm like, oh, it's so frustrating. They die halfway on a walk. I primarily have used them when I'm doing lawn work, mowing, and walking. And so having these for the past week, oh my goodness, I will put a link in the description below of AirPod Pro 3s. The noise canceling factor is amazing. Like when you're mowing, you can barely even hear the mower, and you're just listening to the podcast, to the voice, to the music that you're listening to. Amazing for what we do, which is lawn care. So I'm about to, as you see, I've thrown in my AirPods. It connects seamlessly from my work phone to my laptop to my personal phone. You don't have to keep fiddling with Bluetooth, and it is so cool, man. I have thoroughly enjoyed this. I wanted to mention that because we are headed into lawn care season. We're working outside a lot, and you can turn on transparency mode and listen to everything around you so nobody sneaks up behind you and it's awkward or weird. I love them. I just highly recommend you at least try them. I know the AirPod Pro 2s have been discounted. They will also have the live translation, which is the main reason I bought these. Live translation means somebody can speak to me in Spanish. The headphones, if I have live translation on, will interpret the Spanish into English in my ear, and I can have a conversation. When I speak English to them, it should translate into Spanish on the phone for them to read. I'm hoping this will be something I can use in Ecuador when I go on missions trips to tell people about the Lord, or just have a conversation or go buy a Coke at the local vendor. So very cool. Check that out if you're interested. Watch a video, see if you like it. But after buying several $50, $60, $70 cheapos to try to get the same thing for a cheaper price, I've ended up, I should have just bought AirPod Pros in the beginning and saved my money. But check them out. Highly recommend them. All right, ladies and gents, so ran out of gas on the blower right at the end, but as you can see, much improved. So when we do spray, when we do receive rain, we don't have so much leaf cover. This side will be the most leaves still remaining in the lawn, and clearly when a thunderstorm comes, leaves are going to come blowing down. So it looks a lot better. It does look kind of thin in this area, like right, not in the middle, but just close to the playhouse over here. We've got grass, but in the middle there, it's almost like some of the Mountain View seed may have possibly, again, the fine fescue might have been affected by the tenacity, and I think that's the case. We'll definitely see once we get all this rain. I'm going to go ahead and change up my order and go ahead and lay down the grass seed in the areas that I feel need it. And then I'll just come back with the pre-germinated small amount and put that like in the areas I was telling you about. It may all go over here by the strip, but I think there'll be areas in the front that I want to use it there as well. I'll make that determination as I do the dry 10-pound bag of seed. I do still have a little bit still kept back in the 45-pound bag or the 40-pound bag of GCI seed. So I still, even if I'm to use all of this, I still have a little bit to spot seed, but I'm going to try to use about 8 pounds of this and keep 2 pounds back. So that's all. I always like to keep some back and have some on hand, especially during the fall. So what I'm going to do is go ahead, open this bad boy up, and I'm going to go ahead and spread the seed. And then when I come back with propiconazole and Moisture Max, we'll just lay that spray on top of everything. Let's go ahead and get the seed on the ground and let it go ahead and get comfortable in its new home. As we pour it in, probably just going to have one. Yeah, the Earthway will take pretty much all of this, and I'm just going to keep back a very small portion because I would rather go thick. And according also, not only is the rain coming, and so as you can maybe see in the sun, it's just the bottom of the bag right here still has seed in it. So if I'm like, oh man, I missed that, I wish I had some more. I've now got some more. Let me also say that in addition to this rain coming, it is a cold front coming through. So all indicators suggest that the hot is going away at this time. We won't know until that happens, but this could be the beginning of fall is officially here. So this should begin to really sprout up, and maybe even some dormant seed that we planted at overseeding time that's not come up may begin to come up or to really perk up. So we don't need to go crazy, but let's go spread a little bit of seed starting right here in the back lawn. All right, everybody. So instead of music, literally, as I told you guys, just spreading the seed in the areas. This is the central part of the backyard that was just a little bit thin. Could have been from the first big rain we had right after overseeding. And yeah, so here in the front yard, I missed some of the footage on the side yard. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. That you see the big thin area right there. but just went ahead and did a light overseeding back in the front yard. But this area before the tree was actually pretty, I think the heat has taken out some of it. So redid some of this with some of this 10-pound dry seed in the ditch as well. And then you'll notice here in the next clip where I get on the bank real well. And you can just see how thin it is down here. We had issues with this last year as well. So just reapplying some seed here. And I did take the garden weasel in some of these areas and kind of push some of the seed into the soil a little bit. So when it does rain, hopefully it will stay in place. But and as you see, hand seeding some of the edges just to make sure we're right. So there you have it. Seed is in place. All right, everybody, so we have basically put down that 8 pounds roughly of seed. And as I mentioned, that went down everywhere where I walked, every inch of my yard. If I saw like a light area similar to this, if you can see that, just kind of patchy growth results, I just spread a little seed. And that's just what I just eyeball it. And so a lot of this, I want to be clear, Mr. Ferguson, you're fixing all your bad seed spreading on overseed day? Well, possibly. I don't want to say no, but that is a possibility. But more than likely, with these high temps and lack of water, some of the seed may not just be able to survive. And so we're having to kind of come back behind that and redo some areas, which is completely fine. Like you notice these areas along the side of the trees are still brown and summer looking. And so I've been heavily watering in this area up here due to that same exact thing. And so now that we've done that, we will hit that one area up here, probably in another video, where I may just do the only seed we got left, which is still pretty wet and will need to dry before we get this video done. But this is the pre-germinated 3 to 4 pounds of seed, which is sitting out in the sun, going to be drying before we spread that. So we'll do that in the area again, right in front of the little cutout of stone on the little strip. So I may just do that and you guys can see how it turns out. There's nothing really to see. So now we're literally going to lay down our Moisture Max and our propiconazole. Going to mix roughly 5 ounces per 1,000 of Moisture Max, roughly, as I just drop everything off over there, roughly about 1.5 ounces of propiconazole into the mix as well, and spray these two together with no watering in. If you are wanting to do it the proper way, the way I would do it properly is if you have existing fungus, you want to let the fungicide sit on the blade. If you do not have existing visual fungus, you would want to water it in for prevention purposes. So the proper thing to do for prevention today would be to water it in, but I've just spent so much money in watering the lawn, I'm not going to do that. I am cutting that step, and I hope that's not a mistake. But that's what I'm doing. It is already getting really hot. I'm in pants and I got to do the spray now. It's now getting windy, which is just lovely when you got to spray things, right? So I'm going to tackle that. Thank you for watching this Friday. This has been a longer video, a lot of work to do, but hopefully by Monday we're able to come back and say, look at all the rain, and some of the existing seed we've thrown down in places that were really bare are coming up. And then the seed that we've done today, by midweek next week, should be germinating and we should be in a better stance. Plus, with just the temperature coming down and the soil temps coming down, your lawn is going to end up just responding beautifully. And the next things that are coming up, guys, is the PGR should be running out. You know, depending on how much you put down, if you did it like me, that should be wearing off soon. And then also another fertilization. I've got 4400. I'm tempted to put down, like, not a pound, but attempted to put down a good amount of 4400 Andersons and spray that. So we may look at doing that. We may go the Stay Green route. I don't know. Stay tuned for that. So thank you for hanging on. I'm sorry it's kind of been an all over the place type video, but I think you get the gist of what we're trying to accomplish before the rain comes. So if the rain has not come to you and it's expected to, and you got a break in the weather and you're like, man, I should be doing what he's doing, get out there, take advantage of the rain, get the seed down, get some fungicide down. If you think it's going to be a wet, sloppy 5 days, get some Moisture Max, retain that water. Who knows how long afterwards we may have another dry period, even with lower temps. So God bless you guys. The Lord loves you. We'll see you next time.